In this video we're going to be hitting the trails in the brand new Pegasus Trail 2. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to Fordy Runs. Now, if this is your first time at Fordy Runs, I want you to smash that pink button down there that says subscribe on it. Go to our Facebook page and join the Fordy Runs running community, and check out the description. There's loads of cool things, including a link to this, the brand new Nike Pegasus Trail 2. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm just getting into trail running. We had the Wild Horse 6 on the other week, and I had the pair before this, the 36 Trail, I think it was called, I can't even remember. And I've not actually done a review on that shoe because I got them so cheap and I've just been wearing them up the trails. But this is the latest version. I think it looks awesome, so let's get stuck in. Right guys, so here it is, the brand new Nike Pegasus Trail 2. Now I think this looks amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think. There is a black and sort of silver colorway version of this that I have seen, but I just think this looks epic, don't you? Let me know in the comments. Right, so before we get into what I think about it, let's get into some of the stats like usual. Firstly, this is £115, I think, here in the UK, if I remember rightly. Yep. You've got this midsole, which is a full-length React foam. The outsole features a shockwave-like pattern for a fast bike tyre-inspired look. The nubs give you traction and a smooth ride between the trails and the road. More traction at the heel, and the toe helps you stay secure when going up and down hill. There's no plate on it. You've got this durable mesh throughout the upper, which increases airflow and helps drain the water so you can stay cool and dry. You've got a perforated tongue, which helps resist the water, increase the drainage. You've got the midfoot cage, which helps with stability and secure your foot. You've got a pull tab at the heel to get it on and off, which is awesome. And the shoe is weighing in at 330 grams, and it's got, I think, about a 10mm drop, if I remember rightly. I think it still looks awesome. I tell you what I really like is this front bit here. I just think it looks like fangs. They look cool. Anyway, so I'm new to trail running, relatively. My trails are, well, sometimes you cannot even describe them as trails. They're more like dusty paths up through the forest. I do work on some slightly harder ones, but they're not like mountains and rocks and all that sort of stuff. So I'm basing this opinion on running from road to trail, running through the forest, where it's just dusty paths through the woodland and stuff like that. So I'm not a hardcore trail runner or anything like that. And that is one of the reasons why I picked this shoe up. I've got the Wild Horse 6, which is there for me for, let's say, the more tougher stuff. So when I am more up in the forest, when I'm doing, you know, an hour's work, an hour and a half's work through them, again, they're not technical, but more demanding stuff. This shoe, for me, is to be able to run up to the trails, which is road-based, get on, there's a trail that I do up here, which is, again, it's around like a woodland area. So it's, you know, it's a little bit up and down, there's some rocks and stuff like that, but it's a good shoe to transition between road and trail. That is why I've got it. Hopefully that helps explain why I've got the shoe and stuff like that. Firstly, let's talk about the midsole, which is full-length React. Now, if you're new to the channel, I absolutely love React foam. It's cushioned but effective, so you get a nice feel of it, but it doesn't give you that sort of too softer ride. It does give you a little bit of a pop. I think within the trails, you want something that is harder, but at the same time, it is nice to have that cushioning. And especially for me, with those sort of, let's call them mild trails through this video, the React foam works perfectly because I'm in that sort of crossover period. It works awesome. The upper, I think, is amazing. I really, really love the upper. It's so breathable. I really love the way that they've put these sort of, well, they call them drainage bits, but like holes in the tongue and that lot. Again, it does help with the drainage. When those trails pick up water during the winter, I am running through like up to my knees in some places, so that's going to be awesome. I love the pull tab on the back. I just think it creates a fantastic design on the back. They've got some structure here in the heel, so again, they've tried to add elements to help you as you are up in these sort of trails. So the stability here on the back is great, and it is effective. The whole fit is very comfortable in there. There's some sort of padding. I don't know whether that's coming out on the camera, but there's like a ring of padding in there, which feels great. The lacing is very similar, if not the same, as the Wild Horse 6, which I really, really liked. Again, world's longest laces. I don't know why companies are making laces this big. Check out my video on the Clifton Edge. This got about twice as much as that, but it does feel great. You can lock it down, and you just feel secure. And safe almost in there. You know, you're not going to feel like you're going to roll your ankle. You've got like a neoprene all-in-one boot going through the shoe, which again is nice and comfortable. It's padded-ish, and it just feels awesome. The outsole, as I said, I've been using these along a dusty path at the moment, so they're, you know, I've not tested them in thick mud or anything like that, as you can see, because, well, I cleaned them up anyway before today, but you know, with regards to mud and stuff like that, at the moment it's just dusty paths, but the traction I'm getting is fantastic. But these lugs aren't, you know, big and cumbersome, so when you are going through, you know, that road period onto those trails, and also some of the trails I do venture onto the road to get back onto some of the public trails as well, so it is nice to have something that can transition between the two, and this certainly does that. And as I say, there's not too, the lugs aren't too big and too cumbersome. They're just the right level, and they provide a grip for me. But as I say, I'm using these up in the summertime at the moment, so it's kind of hard to say how they would sort of fare in the more mucky stages of the year. But we'll get onto that later on in the year. We'll do another review on how they fare up there. But they're going to get ruined up there, actually. I'm just looking at the colourway, thinking now they're going to get absolutely ruined. So maybe I should have got the black ones in retrospect. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. So yeah, I think the only letdown for this shoe really is its weight. It's even heavy in hand. I know trail shoes are a little bit heavier, but it is heavy in hand as well. I wish it was a little bit lighter, but you say you've got this massive slab of React foam, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah, do you feel it? I suppose a little bit, but not too much. I think for me, I'm up there and I'm worried about not falling over and stuff like that, so the weight isn't as much of an issue. But I did notice it. Some of the trails I get to is like a 5k run there and a 5k run home, and I do feel a little bit tired. Whether it's to do with this, I don't know. But yeah, so the weight is a little bit of an issue, but that's the only real problem I've got with it. Apart from that, I just think it's great for you people who are like me and you sort of transition between road and trail. You do some trail works to try and keep your fitness up, build strength, build stamina. I think this is a great shoe. If you can combine this with the Wild Horse 6, I think it's a great couple of shoes to have for those trails, as long as they're not too technical and too demanding. I think they're two great shoes to have. I will do a comparison video of the two, but I think both of them complement each other very well. So this is like the sort of hybrid version, and then you go into the Wild Horse 6 for those sort of more demanding stuff. That's how I view it, and that's how I will use them. But yeah, I'm super impressed. £115, I don't think that's a too badly priced, to be honest with you, in the scheme of things as well. And yeah, the only thing is I'm wondering whether I'm going to regret not getting this in the black.